Welcome to the 14th Agi Hirshberg Symposium for Pancreatic Cancer. We have a beautiful lineup for you. You have seen the program in your table. And all the speakers' bio, they are truly outstanding speakers for us today. So we will go through their lecture rather than introduce extensively of their background. With that, let me introduce you to our leader, Ms. Agi Hirshberg.
You guys know that he's my boss, right? He just says that. I am so happy to see so many friends. I can't even tell you. It just every single year it feels like a family reunion, and some of you even know that we had such a good meeting that we had a barbecue at my house later in the summer. So we're going to stay a family. Yes? Yes. Yeah. And here we go. I think the only favor that I ask all of you is that we leave statistics outside this door. That's most important. Throw it away. Does not fit in this room because you're going to meet and see people that are long-term survivors. And I think I'll start with Michelle Hackbart. Where are you? Can you stand a minute? Or a little bit. Okay. Michelle has been to all 14 of the symposiums. The symposium started out as scientific sessions. We didn't understand a word. She sat through it, and she is now a 17-year survivor. So, and if you don't mind, I would ask all the patients to stand up, not because we want to point at you and look at you, but basically, this day is about sharing and healing and learning from each other. So if you stand up, that would be great, and then we're going to applaud you, okay? There we go. One more word of caution. Lupe Romero, who's a 6-year survivor, is a skydiving enthusiast. Okay, this is wonderful, but she will be recruiting, and she has recruited several of you to dive with her. They do this in the Southern California area. So what can I say? Live life to the fullest. Each year, Dr. Go, myself, and a few of the physicians plan the programs. We try to cover everything that is new, that is pertinent, that's going to make your life easier or happier or more wonderful. At the end of the day, we do have a form that you do fill out, and if you have any requests, then we'll attend to it next year. But by the way, in the afternoon, there'll be lots of time for questions and suggestions. Our speakers today are recognized worldwide for their dedication to cure pancreatic cancer within their specialty. You know many of them, but let me just say thank you to Dr. Go, Dr. Reber, Dr. Tampero, Dr. Hines, Dr. Donahue, and Annette Stanton in advance for being here with us today. Thanks. And lastly, I do want to thank our sponsors. Ken and Joanne Weinman made a wonderful donation and insight as well that makes us continue to do this event. So I thank the sponsors. And I have the pleasure to introduce my idol, And that is Dr. Kelsey Martin. Many of you met her last year. She spoke for a little bit. Maybe she'll talk to us more this time. She is the dean of the UCLA David Geffen School of Medicine. And if that's not enough, she's also a professor of biological chemistry and behavioral sciences and psychiatry, and she is a working girl in addition to being the dean. She's absolutely wonderful. So, Kelsey, where are you? Okay.
Thank you, Agi. It's really wonderful to be here for the 14th Annual Hirshberg Foundation for Pancreatic Cancer Research Symposium. And it's meaningful to host this at the Luskin Conference Center, which is really right in the center of our campus. I have to say, it's beautiful to look out at this audience. I really wish I'd worn purple today. You guys you make me happy looking at you. But part of what really makes this a pleasure to be here is to thank and honor Agi Hirshberg for her generosity, for her kindness and caring, and her vision in establishing the Hirshberg Foundation and the UCLA Hirshberg Center for Pancreatic Diseases. I know that her late husband, Ron Hirshberg, who was 54 years old when he died of pancreatic cancer, is the inspiration for the transformative research and the advances in care that the Hirshberg Foundation has really enabled since its establishment in 1997. And I really can't think of a more meaningful tribute to his life than what Agi has built in collaboration with all of you through the foundation. And through this community of scholars, clinicians, patients, and activists. And I think that this really exemplifies what we're trying to do at the David Geffen School of Medicine, is to figure out how we can work together with all of our expertise to try to solve the health problems of our community. So through the seed grants and the support for research, the foundation can support the science that really promises to change the treatment for pancreatic cancer and to ultimately find a cure. Through its integrated Pancreatic Cancer Center, the foundation really provides a model for how we should be providing care to cancer patients. And I'd add that that's speaks a lot to me right now because we're in the middle of looking at the renewal of our Cancer Center grant. And so looking to what's been established in pancreatic cancer to provide a model for cancer care for patients in any type of cancer, where it really is a center that provides every aspect of the care that's required. Through the education and the outreach programs, the foundation trains the next generation of pancreatic disease experts and really importantly provides hope and knowledge to thousands of pancreatic cancer patients and their families. I also do want to thank the chairman of the board, Dr. Go, and all the organizers of today's symposium for putting together a fantastic set of talks, a fantastic day. I'm looking forward to hearing the talks. And again, I really want to welcome all of you here today and hope that this is a great day for each of you. So Dr. Go.
Well, to some of you who has survived us for 13 years at the Faculty Center, is this a wonderful environment? Thank you, Agi. This is really a promotion. Well, I would like to basically say not only thanks to Agi, but thanks to a lot of your donors who have kept up going on in supporting the program of pancreatic cancer research. As you probably know, Agi was the pioneer who established the first pancreatic cancer foundation in our nation. And subsequently, right now, as you probably know, there are more than 28 pancreatic cancer foundations throughout the whole United States, and there are almost 52 throughout the world. So we finally got through the message that we need to have an advocacy group to help us out in what we plan to do. And a lot of you here We're truly grateful that you have participated and helped us in this endeavor. What I really want to say is thank you to you, that without your support and without you staying with us and your dedication, contribution that allow us not only to establish a pancreatic cancer research here at UCLA, but able to help us solve the problem, pancreatic cancer research at the national level. And subsequently, we're going to hear from Steve Pandel talk about the global effort. Now, Agi wants me to show you some highlights of actually what we have done. You're going to hear two of the speakers that we have the American Pancreatic Association annual meeting in San Diego with more than 24 nations participated. And of those two speakers will be here, Tim Donahue and Margaret Temporo will be addressing to you. We have collaborated with the North American Pancreatic Foundation, Pancreatic Cancer Foundation, in lobbying our federal government to provide us some money to do pancreatic cancer research. And this have accomplished. Just last year, we got more than 50 million more than what we did not have before. And we do support our sister organization meeting as well as international meeting. We participated in cancer metabolism and therapy in China last October, supported by Agi. Now, the SID grant is really the crowning accomplishment that many of you have supported. We have 78 investigators throughout the United States and overseas that we have supported from 34 institutions that we have funded. We have spent a little bit over $6 million of your money, but at the same time, we have magnifying. The last calculation I have is that we have more than 110 million of NIH grant support as well as other foundation. So that's a very good investment for 6 million to become 110 million. Thank you very much to you all. Of those 78 investigators who got the award, 1/3 of them were at the annual meeting of the American Pancreatic Association in San Diego. So we do have an impact. We have generated the manpower to address the issue for pancreatic cancer research. Now, this is where the money that we have spent, where they are, cancer therapy, diagnosis, we got into prevention, we support facilities. So this is where your support have gone through nationally, internationally. Now, I have heard a lot of you been talking to me 3 years ago, how come we are always talking about science and we do not deal with patient care, we don't deal with caregiver problem? Well, we did let the organization know, Agi very, very supported, Lisa's very supported. We finally supported 2 major grants. On the last one there you can see relationship of depression to pancreatic cancer patient and caregiver and reported the outcome. So we now supported patient care and caregiver research outcome. And last year, we supported Dr. Annette Stanton here at UCLA. The title of her grants, Living with Pancreatic Cancer, Psychological, Social, Health-Related Experience of Patient and Partners. We hear you. So we have now supported clinical activity research that you are all interested on. And we're going to hear from Annette later on about the work that she has done on this field. So thank you. If you have any additional input you want to give us, the Foundation Scientific Advisory Committee will be glad to hear and try to stimulate the field of your interest. Now, so I'm going to turn the program. I hope Dr. Steve Pandel is here. He is here. Welcome, Steve. We need, Elise, would you put this slide on? And then I'll introduce Steve Pandel while you're putting the slide. Steve Pandel is currently the director of the Basic and Translational Research at Cedars-Sinai, formerly from UCLA at the VA. He's a professor of medicine at UCLA, Department of Medicine, a colleague of mine for nearly 25 years now. Steve? Yeah, I think so. The reason why Steve has done tremendously, he has provided the leadership formerly of the research activity in pancreatic cancer and pancreatitis at the VA, and now assume a major directorship at the Cedars-Sinai. But the key part of what Steve Pandel has done is that he is the leader of the consortium that the National Cancer Institute have set up for the 10 pancreatic cancer center addressing diabetes, pancreatitis, and pancreatic cancer. He provided the leadership for our national program, which is $35 million for the next 5 years. So it is really, truly my honor to bring Steve to talk to you about what actually had been done on this field, discussing the global contribution to pancreatic cancer. And he's providing the national leadership in this area. Steve?